Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This is your brother Chief Flying Eagle, aka Lord Matakan. Let me break this down for y'all. Once again, I got to put all of this in perspective. I see a lot of videos going around, people making fun of Trump, talking about he don't know that, or he didn't know that English is the official language of Liberia. You see, people just look at things, everything as entertainment. All right, especially our people. And you have to go deeper to see the true meaning of things, right? Let me explain something to you in this short video if I can, all right, about Liberia. But the first thing we are going to listen to is that short conversation between Trump and the president of Liberia.
And also, we want to encourage American involvement in the investment in Liberia. Yeah. We'd like to see that happen. We want to work with the United States in peace and security within the region because we are committed to that. And we just want to thank you so much for this opportunity.
Well, thank you. And such good English, such beautiful. Where did you learn to speak so beautifully? Where were you educated? Where?
Yes, sir.
In Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's very interesting. That's beautiful English.
Sure.
I have people at this table can't speak nearly as well,
Very
and
good, sir. Thank you.
they come from here. So thank you very much.
Okay, so that was the short video on that. Right now, a lot of people think Trump don't know this. My people, Trump is the president. I'm going to repeat that. Trump is the president of the biggest and most powerful corporation in the world. I said corporation. Okay? Corporation. For those of you who don't know what's going on, let me show you the flag of Liberia. This is the flag of Liberia. Does it remind you of any other flag? The flag of Liberia. It has one star. But look at the design of the flag. Look at the color of the flag. Look at the stripes on the flag. Let us now look at just in case you missed it. Here we go. Flag of the United States. Okay? This is the flag of the United States. What is the difference? The difference is the stars. It's the same flag, but the stars. Well, Chief, what are you talking about? Where are you going with this? Let me explain something to y'all. Okay? These Liberians, apart from the indigenous ones that are actually from Africa, but the ones in power, the majority of them, of the people there, okay, they are actually American Indians. These people were relocated in the 1800s from their ancestral land, America, okay? It wasn't just people from the United States. They were from Barbados, Jamaica, Antigua, even Trinidad, all right? These people were sent to Liberia to create a new colony by the colonization society. Reason being, because they had American Indians walking all over the place. That might have been a potential problem for the people that made us prisoners of war, the colonizers. They struck a deal. In other words, it was a treaty, a covenant, but it wasn't a treaty to stay on the land, on your ancestral land. It was a treaty to be replaced, and we'll give you your own government and we'll give you your own land. Even if you're going to be doing what we are doing to you, to the indigenous Liberians, go ahead and take that land. So they shipped them, they relocated them to Liberia. The indigenous Liberians actually protested and called them settlers and raised hell. But you know the mindset of our people, all right? We stood on business and we created the first official independent government in Liberia. These are our people. You think Trump don't know this? We are going through a jubilee. The original people of the land have to be restored. Trump is doing what we are supposed to be doing. But we are here playing games. Trump is playing chess. You're not even playing checkers. You're not even in the game. You're actually in the audience. You feel me? You are in the audience being entertained while you think you're in the game playing checkers. Very similar metaphor, right? People who are not in the NBA, they're not even in the audience in the live game. They on TV telling LeBron how to play the game. They in their living room telling Kyrie Irving how to play the game. They in their living room telling KD how to play the game. Our people are not even in the chess game, much less to be playing chess. They're not even in the checkers game. They're not even at the table. My people, when are y'all gonna get this? So for those of you who think that because of the birthright citizenship and 14th Amendment, you cannot be relocated, or they're not going to use the term deported, but relocated. The same way our people were relocated in the 1800s into Liberia. So Trump came back and stated that this 14th Amendment was for the descendants of slaves, babies of slaves. That's not you. We were prisoners of war, not slaves. That were for the pale-skinned people, but they want you to think it's you so they could pass it into law, because we are the only people on the land that could pass law. And they take that law, okay, they what they call ratify it to a certain extent, or they diminish it and then put it into a legal system, and you think it's lawful. But like I said before, y'all, a lot of you are not gonna get this, because I've always been telling you the truth. And I've always been way ahead. In fact, I'm always on time. But it's just that people are not ready. They're not ready for where my mind is at with this information. You feel me? So Trump know exactly what the situation is. Trump know exactly that these people are actually Americans via jus sanguinis, by blood. Even if they are not, they're not Americans by jus soli, meaning that they were not born on American land, the descendants of them. But their ancestors are Americans, so therefore, jus sanguinis, they are Americans. You feel me? So keep making fun of Trump. But y'all gonna realize that we are still in the Jubilee, and it's a double-edged sword. If you don't get your stuff together, wait till the Jubilee is over in January 6th of 2026. And a lot of my words are gonna continuously be replayed in your head. You could call me what you want, but the bottom line is this. Call me what you want, but you're going to say this man was telling the truth. This man told us the truth, and we didn't listen. You did. But like I said, watch it all unfold, because it's going to be on TV. It's going to be televised. You dig? It's going to be televised. You feel me? So if you want to continue to be Black, African American, descendants of slaves, think the 14th Amendment was solely for you, you are strongly mistaken. And let me tell you another thing before I get out of here. When it starts going down, it will not be lawful. It will not be moral, but it will be legal, because they have a legal system and they could do what they want, because you are their private property. The moment you agreed to saying that this birthright citizenship is about you and your descendants of slaves, therefore slavery was never abolished, it was only transferred on paper. So therefore you are still the children of Hagar, of the bond woman. So by default, in their system, you are still a slave, and they get to do what they want with you. Relocating you is selling you to a new master, a new system, a new landmass, and they could do that. I'm not saying it's lawful, but it's legal. I keep telling my people, I know how to restore my people, and nobody's going to break it down the way that I break it down, because they are not given the information the way that I'm being given the information. These Liberians are Americans. I'm done.